So we are going to start with a woman who is pregnant. That means that her baby is still in her belly, and we speak that her due date is, let's say, on the 14th of July, after 9 months of pregnancy. And then she comes to labor, which means that her contractions start, and then she gives birth to a baby. A husband or a partner can be at the birth, but in England, when they give birth, they have midwives or doula who can help her and who is in charge of the birth. And then a happy family goes home, and now we are going to move on what we have for the baby. So the special room where we put our newborn is called nursery. In England, it is usually a very small room with a cot or a crib, which is a special little bed for babies. And there is usually a comfortable armchair where a woman breastfeeds the baby, or the baby can be bottle fed. It means to bottle feed baby, where we have powdered milk, which is called formula milk, and we put it in a baby bottle and we feed the baby. So the newborn usually sleeps, but sometimes they are awake and they need to be changed. So we have got diaper or nappy, and there are two kinds of, if you are a sort of a mother who is very eco mother, you will go for cloth nappies, which they can be washed afterwards. And the other ones are called disposable nappies. So you change them. Disposable nappies, basically you throw them away. When there is a sort of a soreness or redness, we can apply cream on the bummy of the baby, and then we dress them up. But here is the big difference between Slovakia, the Czech Republic, and England, that in Slovakia we call it perinka, where we swaddle and wrap up a baby warm. In England they use swaddle. Swaddle is a big piece of cloth which is wrapped around the baby, all around the arm, so the baby is really tight and snuggled, and that can be cuddled. I prefer that. When the baby is changed and dressed up and swaddled or whatsoever, we can take the baby for a walk. We can have a pram, which is usually called kočárek in the Czech Republic, or the modern way is to carry the baby in the carrier on your body. Yeah, so this is what I did with all my kids. But we also have a pram because as the babies grow up, they get heavier and heavier, and it's quite difficult. At home, we bath the baby in the evening or in the morning, so we need a bath, a special sponge or cloth for washing the baby, or a lotion or a shower gel. I didn't use anything for bathing my babies. Then let's speak about other activities. So they are newborn, they just sleep, and we change their diapers, and usually they're very fine, and then they starting to sit up. And when they go on their four, we call them that they start crawl, and we call them toddlers. And that is the time that it's very demanding for all mothers. And after crawling, they very usually take their first steps and they start walking and then become big babies. When the babies start walking, they usually are potty trained. It means that you put them on a potty to pee or to poo. Yeah, so you do not need any other nappies. And I think basically when they start taking the first steps, their walking is very unstable, so they can stumble or they can trip. So you've got to be very cautious and look after them. Feeding them. When they are 1 year old, they want to feed themselves on their own. So what you need to protect all the clothes from getting them very dirty is called a bib. So you basically tie the bib around their neck, and you give them a spoon and you feed them, or they feed themselves, and everything around is dirty. So now if you have any questions about baby vocabulary, you can write to us and we'll help you with that. So this vocabulary and this video is not only for mothers, but for all the girls who would like to become au pairs and they need that. So I wish you all the best. Bye bye.